On Saturday, July 29th, the Lincoln Theater Walk of Fame will honor and induct inspiring community leaders for the City of Columbus. Today on City Chat. Lincoln Theater Executive Director Suzan Bradford and Gamal Brown, Associate Director, are both here with us today to give us details about this celebrated ceremony. Thank you, Gamal and Suzan, so much for coming on the show today. We're really excited to talk about the Lincoln Theater Walk of Fame and also just the organization at whole and what you guys have to offer. Suzan, can you tell us about the Lincoln Theater Walk of Fame and how long this ceremony has been around for?
Sure, Josie. Thank you again for having us here. Needless to say, I love the Lincoln. So the Walk of Fame event has been in existence for 8 years.
Wow.
And the Lincoln Committee, decided that we wanted to honor a deceased and a living legend of Columbus who have made indelible prints in our community, in the arts, and civic work, and servitude to the community. And so for that, we have paired these individuals to be on a part of our Walk of Fame. One, to present to our community the shoulders we stand on and the footprints that was made for these paths, and also to preserve the richness of our community.
Definitely. You know, the Lincoln Theater Walk of Fame kind of has this like prestigious feel to it, and you know, it's been around for 8 years. How were you guys able to really get this, get the community excited for this type of event and for inductees to want to be a part of this? Mm-hmm.
So we have a very good cross-pollination of generations in the community around Columbus. And so these honorees that we select, people know them. And they have had a wonderful experience with them, either in watching them as artists or supporting them in their work in the community, and or being led or guided by their expertise. So we're really excited about that. We really don't have to promote this on a heavy advertisement, mm-hmm. because so many people want to just come and honor. And with the team at the Lincoln, we make it a very intimate, up close community feel and experience.
Are we able to discuss who these honorees are? Can you guys kind of touch on that yet?
Sure,
okay.
Sure. We just launched, and put the word out that the Reverend Leon L. Troy Sr., mm-hmm. Former pastor of Second Baptist Church, which sits in the King Lincoln District, and also Reverend Dr. James Preston Pondexter. And his resume and his vitae just is a lengthy one, but we will share all of that information at the Walk of Fame.
That's wonderful. Gamal, do you want to kind of touch on how these two honorees are why they are being honored?
Yeah, definitely. The selection comes from a committee that determines who qualifies for this kind of honor. And then what we do is, our responsibility is to research all of the components, all of the pieces, which with these two gentlemen, we didn't have to do a lot of research because family members, the existing family members came forward with a host of information. Yeah. And then because we recently were able to get some information about Reverend Troy, just his resume reads fantastically. And then, of course, we are in conversations with the James Preston Pondexter Foundation, who is overseeing the Pondexter Village project, the museum. Yeah. We're able to connect with them to get information around what contributions that Reverend Pondexter provided to Columbus community, even down to, we were just having a discussion around his conversation with Frederick Douglass. Okay. And then with Rutherford T. Hayes. Those types of things that people really don't understand, how, the abolitionist movement happened in this city, the things how our city is set up, are because of the influences of these incredible men.
Wow, mm-hmm. That's amazing. when when you guys are considering other people, is it pretty competitive, or are there, some years do you pick like 3 people because you're just like, okay, there's no way we can't like honor these 3 people? Can you tell me a little bit about like the competition, I guess, of how you really, make that decision? Is it competitive at all?
The selection committee puts two names in the pool.
Okay.
And there has been times, Josie, where we had to add a 3rd person to that, because we all agree that we really want to give honor to these wonderful people and these trailblazers of our city. So we look at how they have worked inside the community. We look at what prints they have made in and around Columbus and nationally.
Yeah.
Many of them have gone nationally on that part. And then also, too, what legacy have they left?
Right.
We're just honored, just to name a few, Bobby Floyd is said, Roman Johnson, Amina Robinson, Kojo Kamal, Rusty Bryant, I can go on and on and on, Nancy Wilson, and then of course the visionaries of the Lincoln Theater, Larry James, Bill Connor, and former Michael Coleman.
That's awesome. As far as the programming and what makes this actual ceremony stand out from the rest, can you tell us a little bit about what will the inductees like receive, and what is going to go on with the programming, and what residents can expect?
Definitely. So we pull out all stops for this ceremony. It is important that the honorees and their families, even from a posthumous standpoint, understand that we recognize and honor their family members. So we won't go into detail about all the things that are going to happen at the event, but we have Columbus's stellar arts community that's involved in this. And so there's, because these 2 men are from clergy, and this is our first opportunity to honor clergy on the Walk of Fame, we've kind of set it up so that it feels and looks like that. Because understanding that the Black church is the oldest established organization in the African American community, it's important that we highlight those points. But each recipient receives a star on the Walk of Fame right out front underneath the marquee. So there's a unveiling of that, and it's just the ceremony of itself. It's just really humbling, but it's also celebratory.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of emotional.
It is.
A little bit.
It's quite emotional.
It is.
Yeah. That's awesome. So Suzan, is the event open to the public, and where can we find more information?
Yes, the event is open to the public. We have a LincolnTheaterColumbus.com to go to our website and to register RSVP there.
Okay.
There's no charge to it, but we do like to have a list of folks who are coming. And then it's open. We have 582 seats in the building, and we're looking to have all of that filled. We close off the street in front of the Lincoln Theater so that people can be comfortable as we unveil the stars. So we welcome everyone and all people to this event.
Thank you. What other programming does the Lincoln offer?
It's a host. We have 9 signature programs. The critical ones that we would like to articulate would be our Expanding Your Horizons incubation program. It's an artist incubation program that really illuminates the business of artistry.
Okay.
So it's lovely that you can paint, but how do you make a living from painting?
Yeah.
How do you make a living from singing? Those kind of things. So that's a wonderful 12-month program that we offer. And then we have the APDW, which is our Artist Development Production Workshop, which happens amazingly twice a year. Twice a year. We bring artists in. Again, we bring in community members who are in the business of the arts, and just kind of talking about how do you secure insurance. What is the legal terminology for what you're doing, and supporting those kind of things. And then from our other line of entertainment components, we have our newly launched patio jazz series.
Yeah.
That happens on our patio on the second floor of the building. There are so many others. Backstage at the Lincoln. We have Club Lincoln. Yeah, so there's all of these wonderful programs that, again, they all are attached to our website.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. Thank you guys so much. Is there, so I guess my last question for both of you, what is your drive, to behind everything that you guys do at Lincoln Theater?
Great question, Josie. Our drive is that we're able to present and to preserve, the richness of that building. Yeah. It is a catalyst for the community, not just in the arts, but in the economics and the housing area there. It is the beacon of hope for this renovation that we've gone through. Yeah. That next year we will celebrate our 15th year of the rebirth and the reopening. The artists can call it home. The community can call it, my theater. We have intentionally moved the theater to being more than just a theater. And so that takes a lot of community engagement, and we're seeing that realized. And we are looking at a lot of innovation to make sure that the Lincoln goes national, that it's a national recognition across our country.
That's amazing. Jamal?
Yeah, it is important for the Lincoln and its placement to be the catalyst for those types of things. And again, not from just a entertainment standpoint, but really an understanding that how you build community is the investment that you place in community. Yeah. So you have this rebirth of the theater, and now we have, along the strip of Long Street, commerce, businesses, small businesses that are coming in and thriving. And we'd like to think that we're a part of that process. Yeah. The friendships that are ascertained from that relationship have been tremendous. And so we're here for it.
That's awesome. We are so lucky to have, both of you a part of leadership, for the Lincoln Theater. And thank you so much for coming on today to talk about, this. I'm Josie Smith. Thanks for watching City Chat on CTV.